Good evening. Today I'm going to do this LeetCode medium question 695, max area of island. A friend told me he was asked about this question during his interview with Google, so I decided to take a look. After playing with it for a while, I learned there are three solutions for this question. Each of them worth their own video, so I will list them out here, but I will make each solution into their single video. So this video will cover the most basic solution, which is just a DFS that follows the most basic structure of writing a DFS. And the second solution is also use DFS, but it leverage on dictionary pop, which I didn't know it has such method before, plus complex number. The last solution is instead of using DFS, you actually can also just use dynamic programming, which is much harder. That's why I'm going to talk about it separately. So let's code it. The basic structure for DFS is you need to track backtrack, so you want to prevent re-enter things you already visited. You want to track what is visited, and then you separate the rest into two parts. One is you count the area and all the rest plus the same interface, which is whatever function you're going to define here. I like to call it flash or area. All of them make sense. Put the rest into this function. Then this function will recall this function again and recursively do this DFS. So that's all about it. Since this question is asking the maximum, you just return the max value. So I use a variable called scene to track what is already visited, and then you want to iterate through each position and see if the value is 1 plus meet other requirement. Then you want to enter here. I call it flash because it will go all the directions. As long as they meet the requirement, then it will keep adding to this same, counted as the same area. So the details of the requirement is if, of course, this index has to be inside the bound. And it has to be the first time visited. So it has to not be, and of course it has to be a land. If this is the case, then you want to enter, which use calculated by 1 plus the rest of the area. So 1 is basically the current area. You return the rest of the area, which I will expand it later. But before this, you also need to add this to the scene, since now you have seen it. And how to express the rest of the area. You want to go through all the direction. If it's not qualified, we will return 0 anyway, so you don't need to worry about it. If it doesn't meet any of the requirement, it will be returned as 0. So you want to iterate all the 4 directions. So this is the basic structure. Then based on what the question is asking, it's asking the maximum value, then you just return the maximum value for all the possible area. So that's it. Area. Oh, I changed the name. That's it. This is the most basic structure a DFS needs to have. You have a data structure to collect all the visited value, then has to satisfy all the condition, then enter it, then return the current value, which only 1 score is earned, then plus all the rest. But before that, remember to add to the data structure you had.